Hi, I'm Mash Bonigala, brand strategist. Now more than ever, it's time to awaken your brand. Now, I always talk about awakening your brand, and it's actually a registered trademark of our agency. But part of awakening your brand has to do with you. If you are the co founder or the founder of your brand, of your venture, of your startup, then part of awakening that is also the journey of you awakening. Now, what does that mean? What is awakening? Is this another, one of those self-help or spiritual mumbo jumbo? No, it's more practical than that. It is more fundamental than that. If you look back at brands that have sort of captured the imagination of the public, brands that have become successful, brands that have endeared to people, to their target audience, then you will notice that a large part of that brand magic, at least initially, comes from the founder, right? Comes from the brand ambassador. Now, I did a video in the past about the importance of having a brand ambassador. And typically, the best brand ambassador, at least initially, is the founder, right? The one who started that business or that brand. So, being an ambassador, being the face and being the soul of your brand is really critical for brand success, awakening the brand. So, awakening yourself is it's about understanding what the purpose of your brand is and how that aligns with your own purpose. Now, these two things have to go hand in hand for a brand to be really successful, for a brand to last a really long time, and also a brand to capture the mindset of the target audience. Now, of course, yeah, um, these are all kind of abstract and vague terms. So let's dig down and let's talk about the specifics of what it means for you to awaken your soul in terms of your brand and how to align these two so that you become the right kind of ambassador for your brand and how your brand then goes to the next level. If you look at some great examples of brands and their founders, now, of course, the usual typical cliched examples of Steve Jobs or, you know, people like Microsoft, Bill Gates, and so on and so forth, right? But let's look at some of the older brands and their founders, the ones that are living. And then we will look at some of the newer brands, right? New brands for the new audience, the millennials, and so on and so forth. And let's see how these brand founders are actually, the driving force behind the brands. Okay, so first example, a series of examples, I suppose. Nike, Phil Knight, right? Then you have Starbucks, Howard Schultz. Zara, Amancio Ortega. Now, millions of people use Zara products, but I don't think anyone really knows Amancio. And that's because you don't need to. Zara and the market segment and the kind of clothes that they sell and the business model, everything has to do with the masses. It's to do with volume. It's to do with the power of economies. And a brand ambassador, even I suppose in the beginning, when Zara really was launching and taking off, don't think Amancio really played an ambassador part. Of course, he was the driving force, and of course, he was the person who made it happen, but not necessarily the kind of ambassador that we are talking about. Now, does Zara, have the soul of Amancio? Of course, no doubt about it. Initially, of course, Zara is now a huge brand, right? So it's got its own soul. But initially, I'm sure that Amancio, the soul was what drove Zara. Then you're looking at Pandora, Per and Winnie, um, Ferrero, Michelle Ferrero, those chocolates, those tasty kind of really crunchy, chocolatey kind of treats. Would you actually align or relate this face, Michelle Ferrero's face, with that brand? No. But that's because that's a luxury product, number one. It's also in a kind of market segment where personal brand or the founder doesn't really play an important part. Now, having said that, there are exceptions, of course. If you look at Disney, which is, again, a similar kind of market segment in the sense that, you know, I'm not saying it's just kids, but it's that magic, it's that enjoyment aspect. So Ferrero chocolates and Disney, some of the products, yes, they sort of relate, right? But Disney, the soul of Disney was and it still is Walt, right? The founder, Walt. Walt's soul, Walt's um, kind of DNA is what awoke or made Disney possible. So it really depends. There's no rule of thumb, so to speak. Then you're looking at Hard Rock, Cave, Isaac, and Peter. Lacoste, Rene Lacoste. Okay, an old brand, and definitely the soul of Lacoste still runs thick with the brand Lacoste. So Rene is still there, right? Lego, Ole Kirk. Nope, I don't think anyone um, in non-marketing and non-branding and non kind of business circles, well, related to, would know that this is the guy behind Lego, right? Or this was the guy behind Lego. Google, yeah, a lot of people know Larry and Sergey, and Instagram, Kevin Systrom. Again, a lot of people, I don't think they knew Kevin was the force behind Instagram before it was bought by Facebook, and so on. So those are some of the kind of older brands. Now let's look at some new brands, right? And this is a great article from the website Just Another Insight. And this is about 30 founders of brands that won us over, right? So you're looking at Jen Gotch of Bando. And yeah, her witty, vibrant, playful, and smart as hell approach to life is the backbone of this lifestyle brand. As you can see, it's her soul that made the brand the way it is. Same goes for Soma water, right? Soma really changed the game when it comes to filtered water. Not only is the product on point, but Mike is a founder who is as if not more passionate about his company culture and relationships as he is of his product. Okay, a genuinely good person who's smart as hell. So, Mike Dell's kind of passion for company culture is a big part of the brand. And that is what drives the brand. So the soul, there is something there. It's not just business as usual. It's not just money. Of course, all these founders, money is at the core of what drives their enterprise, right? But it's much more than that. I don't think they just get up in the morning thinking about the money only. There's something else that wakes them up in the morning, puts them on this path of relentless passion for taking their brand to the next level. I'm sure you experience the same. I'm sure you're trying to launch a business, not just for the money, but for what it makes you, how it makes you feel. It's your purpose, right? Of course, that's a different topic. I did a video on, how to, look at your purpose and how to identify and all that. I will leave a link below. Be sure to watch that because purpose is really at the core of your being, but also your business being, right? So all of us, entrepreneurs, startup, venture founders, small business owners, and even big business owners, all of us have two sides to us, right? We got the personal side and then we got the business side. And for the business side and the personal side to be in harmony, and that harmony to have a positive impact on the business, you need to align them. The purposes have to align. If your personal purpose is, let's say, I don't know, to help small business owners, right? Or to I don't know, alleviate suffering, to resolve suffering, to heal suffering. One of my friends, Damien, his purpose is to heal suffering, people's suffering. And then let's say that is the personal purpose, and then you have the business purpose of, I don't know, making $1 million in a year or something like that. Now, those should be goals, not the purpose. The business purpose also has to do something that aligns with the personal purpose. Then you will be motivated to do the right things, and you will be on the path to actually make that happen, right? And it also gives you happiness, because without happiness, without the kind of, I don't know, intent, you will not really be able to do the things that you want to do. And consequently, of course, your business will suffer. So happiness should be at the base of your being. And happiness comes when you align your personal kind of purpose with your business purpose. Okay, so back to this. Amanda Shine, founder of The Setting. Not only is she brilliant, talented, and beautiful, she transitioned from events and brand partnerships to creating her own inspired line of handmade, gorgeous ceramic products. Okay, I'm not going to read all of them. I will leave a link below to this article so you can just check them out and see. Of course, what they're writing here, the blurbs for each of these founders was written by the author of that article, and doesn't necessarily mean that, that is exactly what it is. But it gives you ideas on how founders are having an impact on their brands, and how the soul of the founder comes across and has a positive impact on the brand. Okay, Jeff Laub, blind barber. Okay, I love this. I got to read this, right? Okay, so imagine you stroll into a strip mall barber shop one evening. Drake's latest More Life is playing over the speakers, and men are getting their monthly trim. You drift through a door in the back and suddenly find yourself in a lively bar atmosphere with top-tier cocktails and gourmet grilled cheese available for your consuming pleasure. Born in New York, the one-of-a-kind concept is the kind that should have felt obvious. Barbershop up front, bar in the back, and completely completed by a retail selection of their own grooming products. This is the world Jeff Laub and his partners have dreamed up, and we are mad thankful of it. Oh, yes. I totally agree. And I would be someone that really would thrive in such a venture, right? I would have loved to invest in this. Maybe I will down the line. Like I said, I'm the co-founder of another company, which is an incubator. So we invest in startups that we love, that I love. So this one, yes, I would have definitely loved to invest in this. Jeff, well done. And you can see how Jeff's passion, actually, this is a blue ocean brand. And blue ocean brand, I talk a lot about blue ocean brands. And I say that a blue ocean brand is all about moving away from the competition. It's not competing. And that's what Jeff did with this, with the blind barber, right? So he's not competing with other barbers or barber shops and saying, okay, we'll offer the product cheaper. We'll have cheaper haircuts. Or we will say, okay, this is a celebrity haircut, and try to create some kind of an exclusivity to it and charge more. Or, just use products as the bait for that kind of competitive progress. No, instead, he created a blue ocean by eliminating competition, right? No one else does this. Yes, they're all barbers, but which other barber shop has a bar at the back, right? Cocktails, single malt, scotch, cigars, and then you have a selection of products that are laid out like an Apple store. That is blue ocean, right? So yes, I would have loved to invest in this brand. Okay, Ashley Merrill, founder of Lunia. Sleepwear, yeah, luxury and comfort. Alex Matthews, founder of Juice Served Here. Another one, something different, right? Um, it's an unconventional approach to retail. Concept stores and caves is anything but cookie cutter. Okay, then you have Aurora James, founder of Brother Velis. Christina Def Tapacchio. Okay, so the list goes on. There are about 30 people. I'm sorry, guys. Yeti Coolers. Oh, that's another one. Roy and Ryan Cedars, founders of Yeti Coolers. Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of all these founders. I'm a fan of most of these founders. I love their passion and how they actually transitioned their businesses to be more of their passion. It's almost like blue ocean, right? So the topic of this video, of course, going back, is to say that you need to awaken first so that you can awaken your brand. So part of awakening your brand is you awakening yourself, looking at your purpose, identify your purpose, identify your passion. Of course, you might say, well, I know what my passion is, and that's why I started my business. Fantastic. But there's lots and lots of startup founders who start a business because they hit upon an idea that sort of maybe is trending right now. For example, COVID-19, lots and lots of new businesses are opening up, which is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. But I'm just saying that make sure that your purpose and your passion aligns with the venture that you're starting up. Because if you don't have that alignment, then your brand is going to suffer. And if you have that alignment, then you're going to create a brand that is not only going to be, it's going to make people love it, but it's going to last long, have the mind share, and of course, make a ton of money, right? So think about your brand, think about what you're doing in terms of your venture, and question yourself. What kind of a founder am I, right? Am I the kind of founder that just, I don't know, is in the background, doesn't have any kind of alignment with what that brand stands for, or the products or the services? Or am I the kind of founder who is the brand ambassador, right? Who aligns his or her personal purpose and passion with the purpose of the brand? Am I the kind of founder who is out there and is taking the brand to the next level through the soul, through my soul, right? Or through your soul? Okay. All right. This has gone on for quite long. So today is the day to think about your soul and how you should awaken to awaken your brand. And of course, to awaken yourself, yeah, that's another journey. Maybe I'll do another video on that. But it's about both a spiritual and a life-based kind of combination. And when I say spiritual, I don't mean the religious kind of thing, but I meant to say spiritual in the sense of humanness, right? Humanizing not only yourself, but humanizing your brand. And make a list, question yourself, and then align your brand purpose with your purpose. That is critical. Align your brand purpose with your purpose. You could also say, well, is it okay if I align my purpose with the brand's purpose? Yes, you could do that, but there's a danger with that, because if you align your purpose to the brand's purpose, that means you figured out the brand's purpose and you're trying to align with it, but that might have a bit of a conflict inside. And if you have a conflict inside, then you're not fully you're not fully believing in that, and sooner or later it's going to break. So I would not recommend that. But anything is better than nothing. It's better than having a diametrically opposite kind of purposes, your purpose and your brand purpose, and then trying to make something out of that. All right. So I will leave you with those thoughts for today. If you have any questions, yeah, leave them below. And, if you saw value in this video and what I'm saying, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit me a like, and that's going to help the channel. That's going to help me reach more people, because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help founders, entrepreneurs, business owners awaken their brands, right? Awaken your brand is my mantra. So help me do that. Help me spread this message. Help me spread this channel. All right? Okay. Till my next video, take care and prosper.